Jessica Metta. I am on Hood River City Council, and I'm sharing an update with you of what happened at our August 8th, 2022 meeting. So the first thing that happened is we actually adjourned the City Council meeting to enter into an Urban Renewal Board meeting. So the Urban Renewal Board is an entirely separate entity that's made up of all the City Council and the mayor, and as well as 2 representatives from the Port of Hood River. And the Urban Renewal Board makes decisions for what happens in our urban renewal districts. We do receive input from we have an Urban Renewal Advisory Committee. So tonight we talked about the Heights Streetscape Plan, and we have been getting so much feedback, lots of detailed data, presentations from our consultants, and then also from the public on the 3 design concepts that had been proposed for the Heights. And tonight there was a lot of discussion because we were actually making a vote on which design concept to move forward with into the phase 3, which will really, so what I talked about in the meeting was I said I feel like we are picking the skeleton, and what's gonna happen is we'll be adding lots of color and shapes and textures to the skeleton to build out. This design 3 is the concept that the Urban Renewal Board voted to move forward with. So what happens next is we will be drafting a scope of work for phase 3 of the project, which will then add that color and shapes and textures onto the skeleton and have more opportunities for feedback as we talk about things like what happens on the east-west streets up in the Heights and not just 12th and 13th. So that was very exciting. It's a big step for the city, but again, still lots of opportunity for feedback. So after Urban Renewal Board, we actually go back into the City Council meeting, and there we had 2 main topics. So the first was we received a presentation from an intern, Melanie Glatter, who was our summer intern. At her desire, she had reached out to the city as this was something she was interested in learning more about to see if this was a potential career path for her. And she worked a lot with Nubia, our community engagement specialist, and is indeed interested in pursuing potentially a career in political science or public service. So that was very exciting. It was great to hear her, and also to think of how we can engage more youth in our city government. And then the other piece of business was a presentation from our public works staff and consultant on a low impact development water quality treatment of stormwater runoff, phase 2. So what this is we've been working for a long time on addressing the stormwater issues down at the port, and part of it is looking upstream. So as all the water is coming off of our downtown area, how are we treating that to make sure that we're minimizing what has to go into a pipe into the Columbia River, and making sure that what does come out is the water quality that it needs to be. So we've been talking about using this low impact development, so basically building more rain gardens around especially Columbia and industrial streets to soak in more of the stormwater runoff, so we don't have to pay for the very expensive pipes. So I think there's a lot of potential. It's going to be beautiful when it's all done. We had some beautiful pictures from our consultant Jody Baird showing these lovely landscaped design planters that are going to be around town, and I think folks will really enjoy them. So that is what we did at City Council today.